Hey, what's up, guys? Stalefish here. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I've been super busy in real life, so I couldn't really get around to doing this. I haven't really been in the mood. I've been at clinical for nursing school. So basically, what this video is going to be is talking about. It's more of a rant or vent about women and nursing school and clinicals. Many of you know that I'm in nursing school. I know, so gay, but it's going to work out in the end because I want to make a lot of money when I get out of school. So basically, we had our first clinical before spring break, so that was 2 weeks ago. So to build up to what the women and the nurse school tie in together. Many of you know that well, actually probably some of you probably don't know, but longtime subscribers probably know that I was dating a girl when I started all this, and then we broke up probably around the middle of the summer, and it's kind of been off and on. It was like one of those awkward things where like we didn't really know how to act around each other and shit like that. But we had figured it out. We were kind of like we'd talk all the time, hook up every once in a while. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because of all you small children that are listening to this, but we hook up every once in a while, talk all the time. We visit each other at school, that kind of thing. And then it kind of got overwhelming with school, so I basically told her that I didn't want to talk to her. While I was at school, we had to stop what we were doing because I needed to concentrate and do well this semester, which has actually worked out. I'm doing really well in school for, this is one of the harder semesters that we have to take. So I'm doing well in school since I told her that I didn't have to talk to her. And then so that was in January. So January, let's see, that was probably the middle of January. I didn't end up talking to her till I think a month and a half later. So the beginning of March-ish or end of February, something like that. And there was like no exchange of any kind of like, I don't know how you'd say it. You guys are all like really young, so it's gonna be sound a little weird, but no exchange of like any kind of affection or anything like that. So then uh, I was kind of like, oh, whatever, I don't really care anymore. So I'll just like move on and get on with my life. But it gets better, I promise. So last Thursday, many of you don't know what clinical is. Clinical, when you're in nursing school, is basically your clinical instructor, clinical instructor. Yeah, they give you your patient, which can be like, we were paired up in two, so we got to work with each other. We had to do this big care plan where you go to the hospital, look through the chart books, and then go and fill out this huge care plan, which was like 10 pages. So it was Wednesday. We went to the hospital at 4. Didn't get home till like 8:30, I think. Then had to stay up all night doing the care plan. So it was up till 3 in the morning. I was up till like 2:30 in the morning. Had to wake up at 6. We had to be there at 7. We had to be in the conference room at 7 for our preclinical meeting. Had to be at the hospital like 6:30 because everyone wanted to play it safe and not be late. So I had to wake up at 6. I think I woke up at 6:10 maybe, which is retarded. So early. Then we got to the hospital, did the whole clinical day. I think I might explain the clinical day in another video. It was fucking crazy. It's like, imagine the most awkward moment in your life and then multiply it by 10 with a random person you don't know and you have to care for. It was the weirdest thing I've ever had to do in my life. But I think I'll do that in another video. Or maybe I'll do one about this clinical day that comes up this Thursday. Anyway, so that was from 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. We ended up getting out of there. So then I had a test the next day, so I was already like fucking wicked tired. I ended up staying up for 22 hours or 23 hours straight without sleeping. So then I finally got to sleep at like 1 or 2 in the morning. No, maybe it was earlier than that. I mean later than that. It was probably like 3 or 4 in the morning because I had a test the next day. So I finally get in my room, and that girl that I was telling you about that I had been kind of seeing every once in a while had no sign of affection either way for months. That would have been, let's see, uh, 3 months, I think, without any kind of, like, it was more just like friends kind of talking. So I get this text message, it was, I don't know, 2 in the morning, that says I miss you. So I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, I was delusional. I couldn't even like think straight at that point because I was so tired. So I get the text message saying I miss you, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on? So I'm like, I send her a smiley face. And if you know anything about women, sending something stupid as a smiley face does not go over well. So then she started getting mad at me, I was like, whatever, I honestly don't care. It's like 2 in the morning. So then I just like forgot about it. I was like, whatever, just if you're mad at me, I'll call you tomorrow. And then she said something stupid like, I don't want to talk to you tomorrow or something like that. So I was like, whatever. Life goes on. So then I end up falling asleep, and I have my phone on like really loud so that it wakes me up in the morning when I have to get up for class. And the only downside of that is that text messages come in really loud, and I have the phone right near my pillow, so it's blaring in my ear. So about an hour later, I get a text message that says, I wish I still had you in my life. So any guy, reasonable, like, we had dated before, me and this girl, so at that point I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, okay, if this girl like wants to get back together, then maybe we can talk about it. We'll talk about it in the morning. Because I was exhausted. I had a test in the morning that I honestly didn't study enough for. So I was like, whatever. We'll talk about it in the morning. So then finally it comes the next day, and this girl basically, like, we had decided that we wanted to be friends, but we wanted also to be like just alone and kind of just do our own thing for a while. So this girl tells me that basically that, even though she said that thing the night before, so you know, when you hear something like that, it kind of gets your hopes up regardless of if you want to start dating again or whatever. So I had, like, kind of got my hopes up a little bit. So then she tells me that in the morning, and I'm kind of like, whatever, I don't really care at this point. So then spring break comes around, and we've just been chilling at home, just seeing friends and stuff like that. That was a failed ladder shot with my spaz. I kind of forgot how to do it. So then spring break comes around, and I'm kind of just chilling, hanging out with friends that I hadn't seen in a while. And I had this stupid idea of seeing this girl for whatever reason, even though I knew it was a bad idea. Because whenever we hang out together, she's like, well, I don't want to say really awkward, but when she doesn't know how to act, it gets super awkward. And this is basically one of those times, so we ended up going to get lunch, and which was awkward for a whole bunch of different reasons. So we get back from lunch, and that was kind of really weird, so I was like, whatever, I'll just chill, went and played basketball. Then I was like, I had texted her to see like what was going on and where we were at, because that text message last week that I told you about kind of didn't really make me understand what was going on between us. So I texted her, seeing like how that was, what was going on, and then I get the story gets better, I promise. So after that text message last week about I wish we were still together kind of thing, I get a text message saying, well, this is, I think, Friday. Text message saying, I don't think we're ever going to get back together, or something like that. Something random like that. So I was like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, what? Last week it was like, oh, I wish I still had you in my life, and this week it's like, I don't think we're ever going to see each other again, or get back together, or whatever it is, which is retarded. If you have any comment on a stupid girl story, feel free to leave it. I'll read it and probably comment on it and give you my thoughts about it, because honestly, girls are the ficklest of people I think I've ever met. Which, I mean, I don't know, that was kind of like a weird conversation that I had with her, but I mean, what are you going to do? You can't force someone to like you or want to get back together with you, I suppose. But even at that what she had said before had crossed the line, and I probably should have, she would have fucking flipped her shit if I said that to her. So I don't know, maybe I took it the wrong way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. I have a video that's going to go up on machinima that addresses something that someone had sent me about friends in high school. So Follow me on Twitter if you're not already. The link will be in the description. Just follow Stalefish on Twitter, and I will catch you all later.